Hey mompreneur, are you feeling overwhelmed by content creation? I totally get it. You have a million other things to do, and somehow your kids always know the best time to interrupt you is right when you start doing work. And by best time, I mean worst time. That's why I made the 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar. It tells you exactly what to post so you can ditch the scramble and get back to what matters most. Your little home gremlins and your business. More time for you, more engagement for your business. Get your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar today at sociallyyours.biz/content calendar.
Are you spending just like an absurd amount of time on Instagram, but your posts still aren't turning into sales? It's not your fault. It's your strategy. Today, we're going to talk about how an Instagram strategy audit can change everything when it comes to getting sales from your Instagram posts, because a disconnected strategy leads to missed opportunities. Every post should have a purpose, and we're going to talk about how to get that. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom's schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. Welcome back to the 3rd episode in the Audit for Profit series of Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. And like I said, today I want to talk about how to stop the post and pray cycle and start making Instagram actually work for you. No more spinning your wheels or throwing spaghetti at the wall. I'm going to talk about the exact steps I use in my Instagram strategy audits to make sure that my clients turn their Instagram into a sales tool, not a huge time suck. Because, and I know I've said this before, but it is definitely worth repeating, there is a huge difference between being active on Instagram and being effective on Instagram. And the way to get sales is to be effective. Also, we don't have the time for that, honestly. When your Instagram strategy is disconnected, you're leaving money on the table, right? So a random post here and there that might get some likes is really cool. And like seeing the little pink heart number go up is very validating. But when you don't have a clear plan, your audience doesn't know where to go next. It's like when your kids are like building with blocks and they don't stack them up the right way and are like so surprised when it falls down. It's basically what happens when you're posting on Instagram without a strategy or without a strategy that aligns with your business goals. And it's not even just your posts, like every part of your Instagram, your profile, your keywords, your messaging, your inbound and outbound engagement, all of these things should be working together to guide followers down a path to becoming paying clients, right? That's why we're here. That is why those are the main things that I cover in an Instagram strategy audit. It's not necessarily about changing everything and doing like a complete overhaul. It's kind of focusing on what is actually working and aligning that to an actual strategy, so that all of the effort you're putting in starts actually paying off and getting you sales. Because when your content and all the other things you're doing on Instagram aligns with your goals, Instagram stops being a huge time suck and starts being a sales tool. So when I do Instagram strategy audits for people, it's, like I said, it's a couple of different things that I will look at, including overall strategy and how the posts work together. But the very first thing is someone's profile. I look at optimizing their profile. And this is for a couple of different reasons. One, we want to make sure that it's searchable so that it's showing up when people are searching for certain things on Instagram. The bio speaks to your specific ideal client and gets them to take action. And then we also look at the things where people take action on your profile. So that would be your link in bio and your highlights. When those are optimized, it just means that you're making it easier for people to know how to learn more about you and how to work with you, right? Because that's where we put our lead magnets, our long form content, if you have any, like a podcast, blog, whatever, are offers. So we need to make it so clear and so simple for people to be able to learn more about you and hire you as well. An optimized profile is so much more than just like a cute username and like a fun bio. So much more. Having the right stuff in your profile means more ideal followers, so that the people that find you and follow you are actually going to engage with you and actually be interested in what you have to say, and then eventually buy from you. And then we make sure that it's super easy to do that by optimizing the links in your bio and highlights as well. Then the next thing I always look at is content creation. Your posts need to do more than just look good. They have to be readable. They have to have like really great hooks. They have to have clear, concise calls to action. There's a lot that goes into it, not to make it sound like a super overwhelming thing that's like impossible to do. It's normally like a very few tweaks. If you ever have a post that you're like so excited about this topic, this one post idea, and then you put it out there and you just get like crickets, like maybe a handful of likes, maybe a comment, but like that's it, when you thought this was going to be like a slam dunk of a post. More often than not, it's just like a few small tweaks that need to be made to improve it, to make sure that it gets those results that you want, so that you can start having conversations with people, so that you can start connecting and building trust, so they will eventually buy from you. So I always give content creation guidance by reviewing a couple of past posts and insights for those posts, so that it is also data-based, that I'm not just making random suggestions here. I will work with you on analyzing the insights so we know what is working and what's not, and what exactly to change. The third thing we look at, engagement, right? Engagement is just the lifeblood of Instagram. When you get engagement on a post, especially when it happens shortly after you publish the post, that is what tells Instagram to share that post with more people, both more followers and non-followers. So it's really great for the algorithm. And then it's really great for you because you get market research information from comments. You get to know your followers. You get to start having conversations to foster that connection and build that trust so you can get that sale. And again, just like with the content creation guidance, it's normally just like a couple of things that need to happen to improve engagement, inbound engagement. And then I also give my clients a customized outbound engagement strategy as well. Because a lot of the time we expect to get engagement without giving engagement. And like any relationship, you got to put in what you want to get out. It is not a one-way street. So I give my strategy audit clients tips to improve their inbound engagement, as well as a customized outbound engagement strategy, so they know which accounts to engage with and how to do it, so that they can increase their reach to get more ideal followers, while also increasing their inbound engagement as well. So they can have those conversations, get that market research, learn more about their followers, and also help guide them down the path to being a paying client or customer when they're ready for that. The fourth thing that I look at is keyword strategy. It used to be hashtags, but hashtags are not that important anymore. They don't have as much of a difference now that Instagram is becoming more and more SEO based, search engine optimized. So it's all about finding targeted keywords and using it in your content to make sure that it gets seen. So if your posts are really great, you're so confident in them, they're just not being seen. Like, you can look up each individual post's reach, and if it's not much, it should be about 10% of your overall followers. That's like a pretty typical average across most industries. If yours isn't at that point, you need to check out your keywords and make sure that you're using the right ones to increase your reach. It can make a big difference in making sure that people are actually seeing the content you are creating, because Instagram does not automatically show your posts to every single one of your followers. It's about like a little under 10% gets to see it. And then the more people that engage with it, or if it's a reel, the more time that people spend watching it, Instagram will show it to more and more people. But we got to get to at least that 10% mark So make sure your targeted keywords are in your content. And then the biggest piece, number 5, is like the big picture overall strategy, making sure that all of the posts that you are creating are working together to guide your followers down a funnel of sorts so they have all the information they need to be able to eventually buy. This is the strategy that I teach people in my membership, teach my clients. You can't just randomly post sales stuff on occasion and expect people to buy. There are 5 steps. It's 1, growing, making sure you have the right followers. 2, getting that engagement for all the reasons we talked about. Starting conversations, increasing reach, getting your posts seen. 3, fostering connection so people really know you. And then 4, building trust, showing that your offer says what it does what you say it does, and actually gets results and is going to be the thing that helps your specific ideal client. And then 5, the last stage would be selling. So the overall strategy audit is making sure you are hitting each of these steps with your content. So when I do an overall strategy audit, I'm just making sure that all of your posts are working towards that ultimate goal, that we are posting with purpose, that we're not wasting time on posts that aren't going to get us to each of those steps in order to eventually get the sale. But like I said, it's not just about posts. There's a lot of other things about your entire Instagram presence that will help you get there faster. And that's why when I do an overall strategy audit, it includes the profile optimization, engagement strategy, content creation guidance, SEO, like targeted keywords, and then overall content strategy to make sure that all of the time, all of the effort, all of the reels, recording and editing and Canva graphic creating and caption writing that you are doing is actually helping you reach your goal. Otherwise, it's kind of like this thing my kids do a lot, which is incredibly frustrating to me. But they will ask me for a very specific dinner. And then I will take the time to buy the ingredients and make it, even though, it takes longer than what I had originally planned. But that's fine. They asked for it. They're going to eat it. It's going to be perfect. And then I put it on the table and it's, ew, what is this? I don't want this. And no one eats. I hate putting time and effort into something thinking it's going to get a very specific result, and it just doesn't. Having an audit of all of these things just make sure you're not wasting your time and making sure that the efforts you are putting into Instagram is actually going to get you the results you want, that your followers will eventually turn into buyers. I say eventually because it does take time. It's not like an immediate thing. But it is a thing that should be happening once you have a strategy in place. It's just taking the guesswork out of all the things you're doing and making sure you have a very specific roadmap to follow so that you can get sales from your Instagram efforts. If that resonates with you, if you are nodding along right now and thinking, yes, that is exactly what I need, I am offering a couple of spots for a full Instagram strategy audit as part of my Black Friday offer at a hugely discounted price. Seriously, it's $600 off. But because it's such an extensive, in-depth process for me, and I am just one person, Karen, for 4 kids and doing an insane amount of laundry and dishes, I only have a couple of spots open. There's only going to be 7 spots, so I can make sure that I can get to everyone in a timely manner and make sure everyone gets the attention that they deserve. So there will be a link in the show notes to sign up for the waitlist if you are interested in getting a customized Instagram strategy audit. So you have the roadmap and you know exactly what to do to start having a strategized Instagram presence that actually leads to sales instead of relying on the old post and pray method, which I'm sure you have learned by now doesn't quite work. So head to the link in the show notes, sign up for the waitlist, because like I said, only a couple of spots for that. And then when it becomes available next week, you will get an email and you can grab one of those spots at $600 off and know exactly what to adjust with your Instagram so you can start making sales. All right. I also hope that your Thanksgiving, if you celebrate, is as relaxing as it can be as a parent. I don't know if that's a thing. I feel like even whether I'm going somewhere or just staying home and not even having anyone over, it's always like it ends up being stressful somehow. It's the cooking and the dishes, actually. It's not a mystery. It's always because of the cooking and the dishes. But if you have turkey, I hope it's the most perfect turkey and everyone loves it and praises your amazing cooking if you're the cook in your family, and that someone else does all of the dishes so you don't have to. But because next week is a holiday week, I will not be releasing a new episode. So I will be back in early December with a super awesome episode all about planning content.
Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes.
Does it feel like Instagram just is not pulling its weight in your business, that it takes up so much of your time, but you're not getting the sales you thought you would from it? Let's fix that. For Black Friday, I am offering my custom Instagram strategy audit for $600 off. But here's the catch. There are only 7 spots, and when they're gone, they're gone. When you get an audit, I will break down what's working, what's not working, and how to optimize your content, your strategy, and your profile, so all of the efforts that you're putting into Instagram are working together to make sure that you're attracting the right followers that will actually convert into buyers. This is your chance to stop guessing and finally make Instagram work for you and your business at an insane price. I'm launching it next week, but right now you can head to the link in the show notes to hop on the wait list so you can grab one of the super discounted spots before they disappear. Or head to sociallyyours.biz/audit waitlist. Let's make Instagram work for your business like it should.